Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I want to start out with the first news of the day. James McCoy just made a new record, a speed record. He did 219 miles an hour with a limitless. He has now made a car that's faster than the highest end Lamborghini Aventador, which does 217. He is going faster than that car at top end.
So you're trying to say that an RC car goes faster than a one-to-one car?
Yep. And a very fast one at that, the Lambo Aventador.
That one only goes 200 and what miles an hour?
217. He just did 219.
That's all? That's not very fast.
I need to send him my King Hauler.
Well, when you think about it, it's 219 miles per hour, Frank.
He tied the record.
It's fast for an RC car, that's for sure.
And it's faster than an Aventador.
There's a lot of engineering that goes into that to make it go that fast, like special tires, special everything, even the body,
Yeah.
the wind,
body, chassis, suspension.
But to get an RC car to go faster than one of the highest performance cars people could buy if they have the money, it was amazing.
Can't sit in it though.
Didn't Raz just run 219, Kurt?
No, it was Scorched RC out
Scorched?
of England.
Yeah, didn't he go 216 on the traps and 219 on the GPS?
Yeah. So he's tied. Croy just tied that guy for the fastest RC car.
Well, I wonder how much harder it's going to be to get past 219.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, how long did it even take him to beat 205?
How
Not
long
very
it take
long.
for 214?
Oh, no, I'm just saying 205 was the record for what? At least a good year or two.
Yeah, and now they put
Now they're almost 10 miles an hour faster than that.
Yeah, my name's Rusty.
So
What's up, Eric?
Up there.
Eric,
Eric.
spotlight for everybody. There we go.
You
You're
fell down.
spotlighted.
All your maintenance needed.
So that truck used to be white?
It used to be, yeah. It used to be that color. You can see it.
Cool.
I need some ladders and stuff for this side.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put ladder on the top and some, it's gonna have some paint stuff on it because he's a maintenance man, so he paints and everything.
And there's the motor for you that Josh made.
Yes. Thank you, Josh. Look at that thing. Oh, I still don't know what
Yeah,
color I'm
so-
gonna paint my tea bucket.
So Josh
my
is
God.
making a 3D. There you go. You see it better there now in big.
What is that on, Josh?
I just got it sitting on the back of my gatekeeper here. I'm working
Oh,
on.
your gatekeeper? Yeah, okay.
So you're putting that on a hot rod you're going to build using
bucket.
a wrestler.
I heard RC
Yeah.
every day has been making chassis to make rat rides.
Yes.
To buy.
Yep.
Do they make half transmissions?
Why?
I probably can scoot that all the way up to the firewall. I think
Yeah.
that's what they look like on rat rods anyways.
Well,
Yeah.
Jam could 3D print you a transmission up to a point, and then you can just cut whatever you don't need.
Yeah, I mean, would you be able to do
Find
that
the
too?
file. I have to find the file, but yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know quite how they look on the front, if they just sit right up to the firewall or not.
Depends
Usually,
on
I
the
think,
car.
yeah, say a lot of them they do.
On the
Yeah.
rat rod, it's going to be like a tea bucket kind of.
Yeah.
As short as the T buckets are, the transmission's usually underneath the firewall. and
Underneath the
everything.
seat, right? Yeah.
So, Frank, should we show the new Associateds that came out?
Depends, do we have enough people or do you want to wait a little bit before showing that?
Yeah, we,
All right. How if we
We
show
can.
the new 124 scale on new thing from Spectrum? The new
Oh,
system.
The
brushless
new
motor.
ESC.
ESC
Motor.
and motor combination.
Yeah.
I'll put twin turbos on this. We'll get your job done quick.
Right.
A little bit long. The hood's rusted shut anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
So Associated's been pretty busy. They brought out what, 3 or 4 different vehicles already, new?
So Tony did mention that on the Spectrum.
Mhm.
We'll show his stuff, do some advertising for him.
Ooh,
So Spectrum has come out with some new electronics and censored motor. I guess they're brushless.
Yeah.
It's an 8 amp, but they say it takes 40 amp bursts.
Slater.
Yeah.
They say it's a 4,500 kV.
Yeah, you get to add your own receiver too.
Yep.
Also, Fury Tech has brought out some new stuff too.
Yeah, he's got some stuff on Fury Tech also here.
Yep. Everybody's going into aluminum, Frank.
Well, it's a good heat dissipator.
Yeah, it dissipates heat well.
Like I said, not only that, but most of the larger scale ESCs have fans, and these are too small for fans.
Well, the whole ESC is going to dissipate pretty much with just the aluminum.
Well, that's why they're doing it, Brad, because they can't put a fan on it because it's so small.
And that ESC is 7.4 volts for the BEC with 5 amps, which is a real step up for the SCX24.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because they were only 6 volt, was it 6 or 6.4 was the biggest you could get.
They say
That
these are 3S and 4S capable. The Pro is.
What boggles my mind is that the electronics for that is worth more than the truck is.
Oh, no.
Right.
People say, I spend my money on 124th because it's cheaper than 110th. I say,
know.
I call bull on that because
Mhm.
people
Well,
go crazy on upgrades and
At the same token, how many times do you do upgrades to a 110th that end up being more than what you paid for the original truck?
yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
hell,
that's
you
the
do
whole-
that, and you do that with an ESC and a motor.
Yeah, but
probably
they've
the
got-
truck does cost more than a 110th. I completely agree with that. But when you're paying more for the ESC and motor combo than you would on a 110th, to me, it's like, wow, okay, sure.
People put $1,000 in the 124.
Well, okay. Even if you went with just a bare bones chassis kit, they're what? When you could get the SCX 10.2, they were what, 240,
Where's
Around,
the
yeah.
white?
and you're gonna spend at least 220 getting the ESC and motor,
And
Mhm.
tires.
depending on what you go with. If you go brushless, you're gonna end up on that 220 side.
If you're making a crawler though, you can spend $150 and get an ESC or a motor and
Yeah,
ESC
I know, but
combo now.
I'm just saying right there, just just the chassis alone and the ESC and motor, that's almost more than just the chassis.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. Is basically that's all you're usually having with these FCX 10 or these 24s.
But
You
it
know?
all depends
So
what you do with it and what kind of
Exactly.
upgrades you also do with it. Because
Yeah.
the way I upgrade thing, they're to be trail trucks. They're to be not shelf queen because I do use them, but they're to use to look scale, not with big tires, with tiny tires, but it looks scale with an interior and all that. Some people, they take my truck, like I sold one a couple of years ago, and that guy sold it to somebody else, and then the other guy took it all apart and kind of converted everything, sold the body, sold like all the parts, and he made a comp crawler with it. Like, okay, like it's not mine anymore. You can do whatever you want, but people are doing the same thing with 124th. Like they're
Oh, yeah.
going crazy on upgrades,
Oh yeah.
make it something it's not, just to make it crawl better, which is okay. But
Oh, you say it's all the work I've done to mine. It's a spider,
oh yeah,
Hey, radioactive scale.
people want put 1,000 plus into their 1/10. Oh yeah, that's easy.
Huh.
You see what? Hello,
Yeah.
Dirk.
No, I completely agree with Psycho. Is everybody gets along? Do what you like, upgrade it the way you want it, have fun with it, and just don't try to compare apple with oranges. That's what I like. A lot of people, they see me on the trail and they say, "Well, your truck is no good. It can't crawl." Well, it's not a crawler. It's a trail truck. So I built it to be a trail truck, not a crawler. So it's do what you
There is a
enjoy,
definite
have fun. Was that?
There is a definite difference between a crawler and a trail truck.
Oh yeah.
Like my gatekeeper, I set up low overdrive, like 6% or whatever element. I made it look cool. I'm literally just swapping the tires out right now. And then I just finished my SCX10 Pro. The rims are on the way. Here's the body on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's nothing scale about it anymore.
You say that, but to tell you the truth, when you look at a comp truck, a 1-to-1, it basically looks almost like that because it's just tin over the body, over a
Right.
tube chassis, and it's made to go on rocks, to tumble, to wreck it, and the only thing they have to do is change the skin on it. It's actually does look scaled to a comp truck because that's how they are.
So what body is this, Brad?
Excuse me.
What body is this?
It looks like is that supposed to be a Toyota?
The front grill's gone, so it's hard to tell.
What would be probably the most ironic body to put on an SCX10 Pro?
On an SCX10 Pro.
The honcho.
No, it's a
not
TRX
third
That's
4
party.
not a honcho.
or TRX. Yeah, TRX 4.
Yep, it's a TRX4 Sport body. I had laying around.
It's a sport.
So it's a TRX Sport on a axial.
Yep.
I'm glad you carry a gun, man.
You bringing that to Axial Fest?
I'm just waiting on that Coyote body to come out.
So
Yeah.
Team
The Ford Ranger.
Associated has come out with a couple things. Looks like this is new also. But they actually have they released a video which Brad sent me, and I got the link to go there. But basically, short wheelbase, short course truck. It looks okay. It's a Dakar, but to me, it still looks, even with the short base for the truck, it looks. Anyway, I don't like the look of the short course truck myself. With the Dakar, it looks okay. Not my favorite, but it looks okay.
And they're brushless. They come brushless already.
And four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll look at it more. We'll just go through what they have.
No, I
new.
just thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
They have tires. They have tires like Frank's Kyosho.
Really? Then that's not good because I don't like the Kyosho tires.
Well, you
Rampage.
saw the tread. I mean, they're not exactly the same, but they go along the same lines. Is what I'm trying to say, Frank.
SC10 brushed version new. New buggies. This is a 14 scale. They're
Sounds
monster
like the
truck.
Boone truck, isn't it?
The Huna truck. Here's the Pro 2, so we can look at those real quick. Zoom in.
They've come out with several things already beginning of this year. I would like their monster truck. I have to say, I would like their monster truck.
The little one or the big one?
The 12 scale.
12 scale. The one he's talking about is the
Yeah.
This guy here, MT12.
Yeah.
So
What
they're
the
looking
heck
at
is that?
219 for that.
That's pretty cool.
That's okay.
It runs pretty good too, from what I've seen.
This one looks not bad. I like the shape. I like how it looks.
It's got that Bronco front grill looking thing of an old Bronco.
If they got better pictures. No. Got that video. Brushless included.
How much
So
are they
you-
going?
So you can get it with a LiPo or without the LiPo in charger. Two different kits.
How much are they going for?
415 and 349.
For the DKs and the new LT?
For what?
I'm talking about the
Yes.
the Pro 2s.
Yes, this is the Pro 2. That's what it goes for. 349 without the battery.
He's also talking the truck. The truck, same price.
Oh, the truck here, 349. This is 349. So yeah, both of them, the short wheelbase, the LT10 Pro 2 short wheelbase, either in Dakar or truck, same price. For some odd reason, this one, oh yeah, it doesn't have the price for the battery, but who's making all that noise?
Is it my dog possibly barking in the background?
It's John. Your mic. You're highlighting. John is making noise again tonight.
So brushless system ones are over 400.
Oh, they probably have the battery included with it, right? Tony?
No, the battery with the battery, Brad, it's 415. Without the battery and charger, it's 349. Brushless. They don't have a brush version of this.
Oh, I thought they had a brush version.
It's just with or without the battery.
That's two-wheel
Interesting
drive.
chassis.
Those are the new race kits, right?
Yes, there are two-wheel drive.
Oh, they're two-wheel drive? I thought they were four-wheel drive.
No, two-wheel drive.
Okay.
Eh,
I bet it's got the 3300 motor in it. The same thing that they've had in all the DR10s. They're trying to. No, it looks like a DR10 belly fan.
Yeah.
I bet you they're going to make four-wheel drive versions of these soon.
It's called the Trophy Rat.
I almost bought one of them trophy ones, but I'm glad I backed out of it.
You like the car version better, Kurt?
No, I like the trophy wrap, but I just didn't like the platform itself.
Okay. It is interesting. But this is their SC10 6.4 team kit. Not sure if this is 4x4. I think this one is 2-wheel drive also. I know it might be 4x4. No, 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's the aluminum pan one and all
Yeah.
that.
That's not a ready to run. That's a to build one.
Yes, that's correct. It's a kit.
And it's 310.
$399.
I didn't hear you.
$399.
399. Well,
Sorry, $399.99.
you would
Yes.
get the,
Now, the
That's
Pro
shit right,
4
Hank.
should be full.
you would want to build it, Frank. If you had it.
No, you can keep it in a box in a corner.
Yeah, that one should be full drive.
Yeah, that one is 4x4. Drive shaft in the center.
Hmm.
Motor right there. This one's brushed version. $299. That's pretty.
That's cheap for Associated. It's hard to believe the 2-wheel drives are more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're about $50 more for the 2-wheel drive. That's odd. Mind you, it is a brushless system, so that's where your money is going into is the electronics.
Yeah. That's a brushed.
Yeah, they might have the short wheel. The is that the kit? There's C10 buggies.
And stadium trucks and short course trucks.
I so want to play with these. I want to get like 4 of them, 4 kits like this. These are so cool and so fun.
The Neo
The
Sports.
new sports, you get a puck or a ball and you play soccer or hockey against another guy. So it's
Your
just
son would like that.
That'd be cool.
no, not my son, me.
But there's a puck there, so your son might be
Back
interested.
in the day.
I don't mind my son. I will like it. Here's the Apex unicorn again. These are this one and the truck. These are 1/10. This one is 1/14.
And it's still over $200.
Oh yeah, the unicorn. It's nice. I wouldn't mind getting this one, the Huni truck, because I do have the unicorn, the car. Mind you, it's not the same model. Mine's a 65 Ford with different blower on top, the original one. But this one is also nice from them.
Yeah.
Got the 2 turbos on it.
Chassis for that is like their. That's the Apex 2.
I think Randy got one of these. He says it runs pretty good on stock.
Oh yeah, they should.
Yep.
I don't take mine out enough. Mind you, it's not old, but mine's a HPI when it came out from HPI. But yeah, they have nice stuff. Nissan R, it just came out. Oh, somebody's watching the live.
Queenie, what's up?
Hey, Queenie.
Queenie.
Hey,
Hey, Queenie.
This one has the same chassis as the other one. Yeah. What I find with these compared to the Kyoshos, they look like shorter wheelbase, but it's the same wheelbase. It's just the way the tub is. It's kind of weird the way they got. Seems like to me that you got more room into the Kyoshos phaser than this guy. But they have all the same wheelbase. That's what I find weird.
Like
But
the
it is
street
a nice
tire.
truck. Yeah.
You got a hobby one or an NHX like I got
For what?
the ESC.
they run all reedy stuff.
Reedy, yeah.
Yeah, that's associated. So
greedy. They're already out of stock of those.
Well, it's new. That's probably why it's out of stock.
That stock could be, yeah, they don't have it yet.
They're just advertising it. But these, like I was saying, these nano sports are pretty portable.
I wonder if they're fairly quick for their size.
So you get 2 cars for $60. So if I
What
got 2
scale are they?
kits, oh, those are friggin' small. They are small, because when you look at the remote, how they are, and these are not the big remote, but they're
Are they 30-second scale? Like the
32nd or 24th. I can't remember. I don't think they mention it in this specs.
Hmm.
They run with 2 AA's.
And-
When you
They
look at
might
the
in the
chassis,
specs. They might in the
send me-
spec tank.
yeah, they
Send
might.
me a link to that, Tank.
But
Oh,
when you look at the manual, it's pretty.
You
it's
can upgrade them.
Overview specification 1/32 scale.
Okay.
Oh no, there's no upgrade on that, other than you change some tires and do some stuff.
how
Parts and
much
accessories.
are they?
You can put red tires. They're $60 for 2 of them
Repair? Oh,
per
okay.
pair. Yeah. They're to
Oh, the
play with.
2-wheel
people.
drive. I'm wondering.
They're you said double A's?
Put double A's in there.
I wonder if they could take the 14500 3.7 volt lithium ions.
I don't know. They take double A's.
They
They
take
are the
double
size of the double A's, the 14500.
Hey, Tank, offline, I need to ask you a question, so.
Okay.
Remind me.
There are some hop-ups that look like.
So I can't show this big, but it's pretty simple. How they are with the frame, and you actually charge the car
Oh, you
with
charge
the
it
remote.
with the remote, yeah, okay. So the batteries are in the remote. Well, they're in the car too, but you don't change the batteries in the car.
No.
Yeah, it's a
So they won't-
rechargeable little battery in the car.
Yeah,
I
so
just
they
didn't know.
won't take that battery, Brad.
Oh, I thought they were fitting the double A's in the car too.
I've seen some helicopters like that.
Their 28 scale does the same thing. It'll charge off the remote.
They got a nice tread for a small tire.
Does it say how long? Well, you probably get about 10-15 minute play time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until it starts
sounds
to
like
die
20.
off.
Yeah, it runs
Get-
until it dies. Playtime until it stops.
I wonder how many they've sold of those. I mean, they've been around a little bit.
Mhm. But at
For me,
fairs
this is the
or-
first time. Sorry, go ahead, Tank.
at fairs, or let's say us, we have Canada Day, or you guys is 4th of July, you set this up in the parking lot and you do a little square and you have people come along and play with that. It would attract a lot of people and get people into the hobby very easily.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, it's so cute. It's so small."
I went to a big trade show one time, like a real estate trade show, and they did all kinds of gifts, and they had like a money booth, and they had a truck course, an RC
AJD.
truck course, and the fastest through the whole night, the fastest times were up on the board, and I was like the third, and the first guy never showed back up, and me and the second guy raced again. And I beat him by time, and I got the remote control cars and like a big bottle of wine.
See, they even give you the instruction of how to score. So you do a box, so you got to push the puck completely in the box. So it's not a goal, it's a box. So as soon as you got it, it's a goal. So I guess the box comes with it.
Yeah.
Says very low pile carpeting, like what I have in my house,
Yeah, the wooden floors or tile carpeting.
Yeah.
or linoleum.
There's not a lot in the instruction manual, that's for sure. Looks like you can adjust the throttle to slower speed
For little kids.
for little kids. Yeah,
So it's just the box that it comes in, you cut a hole in it.
yeah.
That's
You put a
probably what
hole
it
in
is,
it and you set it up.
Huh.
It's just the box that comes in.
So the Nano Sport box has been perforated,
Perforated.
Perforated,
to become the whole
reappropriated,
box.
so you can reappropriate it.
Sure. Use the Nano Sport only on hard surfaces or very low pile carpet.
I mean, I can't grind it on my belly.
No, you can't.
No.
Because that's a soft surface, damn it.
Doesn't say if we can run these on concrete or pavement. Should be okay.
It's no fun.
Oh, includes puck decals must be applied so the puck slides.
I saw that 5 minutes ago when I was on it. Brad's reading the TV again.
So,
That's
Robert,
that. Monster truck looks nice, the 12 scale.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
When the motor dies on it, I can put a Tamiya motor in there if I want.
On which one?
The monster truck. So it's 12 scale that uses a 380 motor. I can get a Sport Tune 380 motor for it.
I
Be
don't know.
fun on a pool table too. Frank, he says it'd be fun on a what Dirk says it'd be fun on a
Pool table, yeah.
On the pool table, yeah, true. The
I was
137.
gonna say an air hockey table, but
I wonder if they got enough push to push the pool cue. I bet you they got enough push to push the.
Oh, I don't know. This is a
balls.
foam. This is a foam ball, so it's pretty easy to pull.
Oh, foam. Yeah, okay.
So is the puck is a little harder.
Well, that would be okay. The foam, you could push it into the pockets.
Mhm.
if on a pool table, you'd have to have a lot more of those on there with a team. So they block each hole.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
have a goaltender.
the,
You have a
what's
goaltender.
that? Happy Trucky? No, Hollow Trucky. What's that? RC channel. They do the Cheerio thing.
Oh, the Cheerio challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the ones that do the Cheerio challenge. They do the pool ball challenge too, or on their pool table with the small ones.
Well, these associated, you could do the same thing.
Yeah, those would be good on that pool table probably.
Guru's in the chat. How you doing, Guru?
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Oh, he says he's high as you know what.
JD Passel's in there too. What's up, JD?
I know
Sean
Scott.
was saying
Hello, RC.
that might mess up the transmission if I put a higher higher turn motor in that.
Those plastic
King
gears,
hauler.
definitely-
Is
You mean a
yeah, it's
lower
the
definitely a
gears,
possibility.
a lower turn, yeah.
Yeah, how are we going to get that started? The speed run with those.
I just don't know if I should do it or not.
Well,
Do it.
we're doing a speed run for the semi truck. Anybody can enter, and it's on my channel. On the last RC talk, or the one previous to that, we talked about that. And you have to do a speed run and post it on YouTube as a uncut video. When you put the 2S battery in it, it has to be a semi truck with 3-axle, and you have to use dualies in the rear, so you can't.
14 scale.
Pardon me?
There has to be 14 scale.
14 scale, yeah. Semi truck, either from Tamiya or Hercules Hobby or whatever 14
Big
scale
truck.
companies.
Or C4 wheel drive. The other one.
And do a speed run with it. Make it go as fast as you can. And so far, we're at 100 and about 170 US for the
Where's
prize.
that link at?
It's on my YouTube channel, but it's you can PayPal me. It's PayPal.
Yeah,
Yeah, PayPal
Yeah.
the Tank RC.
No.
But it stinks in there.
It stinks.
I can smell it from here, Don.
Dang, John.
I
John,
can smell you from here, John.
I was just trying to be polite because we're live, but
you look nice and clean, but it stinks. Is it you that's you got to take a shower or your RC room,
he left all his old hair in the bathroom.
or maybe it's your
you had to go
your
there.
underwear drawer that stinks. I'm just throwing things out. I'm just wondering what is it.
No, because I'm sitting in here in the living room having a cigarette and you can smell it in the bedroom.
Oh,
Nice.
cigarette. Nice.
You're supposed to smoke
Never
outside,
complained
John.
before.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday talking. Why don't you get in here and help change the conversation, Joe?
What do you think, guys? You think it's going to tear them transmission gears out?
Who started?
It all
I think it's a
depends how
definite
fast you
possibility.
make it.
Yeah.
It's there's always a possibility.
Yeah.
I've seen some people put different motors in there without any issues, but as soon as you make things go very fast and turn very fast, especially in high gear, maybe, or maybe it's going to survive it. I don't know, but it's going to be a heck of a lot good video if you make it.
Yeah.
Josh
Make it
almost
impressive.
got one recently.
I just don't want to burn my gears up and get 21 miles an hour and someone get 25. It's like, oh, damn.
So
Josh, did you go out? Did you find one for a reasonable price? I thought you said.
I did. I just got to order it. It's actually a hobby shop in Coshocton, Ohio.
okay.
Oh, that's
But-
about 30 minutes from you.
They don't make metal gears for them, do they?
Yes, they make brass.
Brass gears?
Yeah,
I
it's
might
on
blow it
Amazon.
up and they make brass gears for the King Hauler.
Mhm.
I might blow mine up and get brass gears and
GCM Racing actually makes a transmission. It's the same transmission that Dave's got in his crawler. He makes it for that semi truck with the kit and everything, the motor mount, everything to put. You can even put a brushless on there. It looks like a real transmission, but then you only got one speed. And let me tell you, you don't need another speed on that because it's friggin' fast once you put that.
okay, it's just a one speed though.
But
It's in an
it
all
is-
aluminum case too, isn't it, Tank?
yeah, all aluminum case, but it is expensive.
Yeah.
It will cost you a couple $100, even $300, and
Yeah.
that's not even counting the motor. So it is an expensive solution, but you get very low torque and very high speed with it.
I'd probably just put the brass gears in it. I can
Yeah.
change them. I've
I personally
already had
rather-
it apart 4 times already, so.
I personally rather have people have all 3 speeds and ramp up the speed from first, second, and third.
Yeah, I'm not doing that though. I'm throttling it up real easy.
I'm gonna,
I don't want to shift second when I have first gear full blast, shift it in the second.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, do that. Let's see.
Yeah. And try to keep it straight. I'm having a hard time keeping the damn thing straight. If I've said
and
it
running on the
already.
street with curbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
No, it's flag, it's poles, it's telephone poles I'm worried about because it's in a school parking lot where I'm running mine at.
Or do like Kurt does and change the motor to a different spec of motor of what the ESC can do, then burn the ESC and then blame Tamaya that
Yeah.
the ESC are no good
My ESC suck.
because he screwed up and put the wrong turn motor with that ESC. So
Yeah, you said it would work.
He didn't say for how long.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it worked.
it worked.
Is there any specs on, I mean, can I put a 550 in it if I can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the 550 fits.
Will fit,
over,
yeah.
over everything.
Yeah.
It is a bigger can, so I don't know.
well,
I'm
that would
playing
add
on the
weight to the front,
13.5, just so you know.
get traction in
A
front.
13.5, what does that mean?
brushless, 13 and a half turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, mine's gonna be brushed too, so.
Right there.
Oh, Hobby Wing,
Yeah.
Hobby Wing just came out with a motor analyzer for brushless systems.
They've had it out for 3 months already.
I wish they'd make one for brushed motors. That would be cool.
Josh, I would probably definitely use that spray you have, because I changed my tires and they just spin right out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna coat the tires to help it stick.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
No, it's
Not
not.
cheating.
There's nothing in the rules that say you can't dip your tires.
And I was trying to get the servo straight the other day, and I'm in the porch and I'm like, oh crap. And I hit the brakes and it just slid right into the door. Bam. I'm like, oh.
Then Tracy yelled at you.
No.
Bushman says, Kurt, gonna like the new vid. There was a poll, you see.
She don't yell at me for that. I gotta repaint this trailer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Sarge said I can keep the 124th trailer I made for him, so I'm gonna put it on the back of this truck.
Okay.
So, someone, like I said, someone took some CCO ones and did major modifications to make them be drifters without 4-wheel drive. Changed the front end suspension. Changed the suspension entirely for the most part. Kept the rear axle, drive shaft.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'll be back in a little while.
Thanks
All
for
right,
the warning.
Chris, bye.
Is that a promise or a threat?
It's a warning, yeah.
It's more of a threat than anything.
It's a threat for your food.
Have lots of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Don't drink the red stuff though.
Keith, I'll send you a bottle of grip, but in the meantime, you can use Simple Green.
Oh yeah, you don't have to send me a
Right.
bottle. It's all right. I mean, you sell that stuff, so
Well, they discontinued a couple of them, so
yeah, it's up to you. I mean,
I'm sending you
if
stuff
you
anyway.
appreciate it. Yeah. I'd rather for you to try to print me out a little transmission to go on the back of that.
That's
So I'm
right.
gonna-
That's it right there. One of them.
If you
So I'm
could
gonna
do
put
that.
this video on there. So basically, he's showing how he did it. I'm not gonna play the video. But basically he took the CCO1 and make it a rear wheel drive drifter with it. So right at the beginning, you can actually see them drifting. Mind you, the steering is not like a real drifter, but it's not bad. It's okay. The real comp drifters, it's almost 90 degree. It's just stupid. But they're getting a lot of throw out of there. But they
Yeah,
really modified this like crazy.
Yeah, and it makes it more scale because those cars did have live axles back then.
Sure. Josh, just send me a picture of your dog or your peacock or both, or
Here, Peacock, do the Peacock.
I'll paint it for you. Dog and the peacock together.
Yeah, that look
Not
at how
even
well
my
that
peacock. It just stays here.
It's your peacock now. Stays
the
there
hen-
for 24 hours. It's yours.
It's called the hentai kit.
That's right. It's called a peacock time.
It's the hentai kit is what it's
You
called.
once you feed it.
Look at the modifications, Frank, but it still works, and they use the live axle and everything.
Yeah, it is different. That is not something I'm going to try. I'm not really into that.
No,
The
I just thought
peacock probably thinks he owns
Just-
you.
just the idea that they
Hey, there's my human right there.
it's just the idea that they were able to use a CCO1 kit and give the car more scale by using the right axles for the rear.
I know
Is
my
it a
cat
live
does.
axle or is it IFS?
No, they're live at the 80 AE86 or the Corolla back then, which was
Yeah.
a 16 valve one, that had a live axle in the rear.
Right. I didn't know if the CCO one was live or IFS.
No, it has an IFS up front, but not in the rear.
Okay.
So I don't see how they modified the rear unless they
didn't.
unlocked the diffs.
What I try to say, it makes it more scale for that car's body because that car's underneath setting would have a live axle on it in the rear in real life.
Yeah, but that's how the CCO1 comes with a
Yeah, I
live
know.
axle.
And I'm just saying it just adds more realism to the body, to the type of car they're running on
To
the top.
that car body, yeah. That's why, in a sense, sometimes I don't like the CCO2 because they went with a full axle in the front instead of IFS. And a lot of people are saying that they should have went with and stayed with the CC or CCO whatever platform and keep it always IFS, but modify it a little bit.
Well, that's why they made the CCO2 because people wanted more realism for some of their bodies. So
Yeah, but with a fixed axle in the front instead of IFS, there's not a lot of truck that have that. But anyways, there's some, but I mean, there's more truck that have IFS in the front.
Yeah.
Whereas
they could have done like that. They could have kept the same front, that kept the same gearbox in the middle, like they have on the CCO2.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I haven't seen those cars in the last 4 books, the CCO ones, and I don't know why. I'm hoping they didn't drop them because I would love to have another one again.
They're good. I have one. Or do I have
Yeah, I
two?
know. But those body, that car, that truck you have on it actually had that whole setup like that in real life.
High speed dirt. I'm a dirt torpedo.
You gonna make a hitch, Keith?
Yeah. Make a drop. I gotta have to make a drop hitch. I'm gonna reinforce the back of this, probably put another piece of wood coming down all the way across down and then make a drop hitch for it.
You can fit hamster smiling on them.
Mhm.
Keep your hamster smiling. That's what.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what you can name the trailer, the hamster hauler.
I had a hamster that's big as the length of the 124. I had a hamster that big.
Oh yeah.
He was a half a pound. He was a big boy for a hamster.
I'm repainting this now, then I'm gonna make it all messed up.
Cool. So I heard you're shipping my my body for my truck zone.
Yeah, I gotta ask you offline
Yep.
about that.
Excuse me. Truck Tech Joe says link. He said link. So can you send him a link? I think he wants.
It is all in the box and ready, Tank.
Uh,
Oh,
truck-
and
I'll send it to him. I got it, Tank.
Okay.
I wrote you a personal letter, but you
Okay.
can read it live if you want.
Okay. Cool. So you're gonna send the link to Truck Tech Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't say, okay, I wrote you a personal, not personal. I personally wrote you a letter. That's what it is.
Did he tell you it took him 23 hours to paint your truck? Your
Yeah.
van?
And more than that, there's some
More than that.
change.
I saw the video real quick.
Yeah.
He only
What do you
showed
do?
one side of the truck. And the front, he showed the front, the roof, and one
Yeah,
side.
them shorts, man, they go quick.
Okay, when you're about to make a short, okay, on your phone.
Oh,
Oh,
I gotta
God.
turn it, don't I? I gotta
No,
ask Kurt that.
no, you don't have to turn it on top. It's set for 15 seconds. If you hit that again, it will be 60 seconds. And if you hit it again, so when you start your short, you can dictate
How fast it goes,
yeah, how long.
how long it is. Yeah.
Because if you
Okay.
don't, it's only going to be 15 seconds and it stops the video automatically.
Right. I'm like, what the hell? That's why I'm doing it, trying to do it in
So
15.
when you're
Okay.
about to start, look on top of the thing. There's a little circle with 15S on it. Tap
Okay.
that, you'll see it's going to go to 60S. And tap
Hey,
it
Joe.
again, and it's going to go to whatever it is. I can't remember. I'd have to
So
It
look.
doesn't
Frank,
do
that's-
30. 30 would be awesome. 30 seconds would be awesome.
So Frank, that's just gonna be a display piece, isn't it?
No, I'll run it. It's
But
just I won't take it to the skate park, or I might take it in the mud. That's okay. But I mean, I'm not gonna try to do flips or back flips or pavement bashing with it so it gets scratched.
It's
Uh,
hard. I put 3 coats of clear on it. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
really
good.
got some good thick clear on it. But I guess you can do like 45 seconds and shut the thing off, right? Yeah.
That's what you run. That's what you run in Ottawa when you do the night crawl. You just put some lights on it and stuff.
Yeah, when you do a urban crawl, I completely agree. That's when you would run that body and just have fun with it on the street. Like the last event we had for the city crawl, it was nice. We had 10 people showed up. I wish more people would have showed up, but people were scared because we went to a tulip festival, so full of flowers. There was thousands. Oh, Truck Tech Joe just shut off his video. I hope
There were
he's-
thousands of flowers.
No, thousands of people. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh man, you should have seen. We had problems with the RCs going through the crowds. So we were trying to stay away from the crowd. So we were in the park, just driving on the grass and just like going around people and stopping where to the tulips where there was nobody standing
Yeah.
for them. So, but every time we stopped, we had our own crowd just going around us. Like, adults, kids also.
They
People-
I mean, they're magnets, man.
Oh yeah, oh
You
yeah.
know?
And then there was a lot of people say, "Oh, can I try it? Can I try it?" And then I kind
The
of
kids are like that.
I knocked myself silly when I came back because I said it would have been a perfect time to bring these fair RC truck, take it out of my pack sack, put it on the ground, and get the kids to play with it.
Yeah.
And it would have fit perfectly in my pack sack, and it would have been no problem. I just turn on the switch. Here you go. Have fun with it. I'm
Did
knocking myself silly. I didn't do that, and I should have done that, and I will do that on the next time.
Did you guys see my last mudding video?
I didn't. It's on my list. To do.
You can play it, but you can play it now, Tank, but there's music. You just have to shut the music off.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the car wash with the kids.
Well,
Yeah.
the Brad is not monetized, so there's no problems with the music.
Okay. It's just music. It's music from the. But I had to put it on there because the kids were screaming so damn loud. It's like, oh man, it blew your eardrums out.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, you don't have to, Tank.
For it real quick.
Brad
That's the
JD,
You messing with a 24 scale there, Joe?
Oh, no, working on a UGRC Outlaw chassis, Outlaw Pro. Working on putting a Stealth XF in it.
Cool.
Something
So
I've
many-
been thinking up for a while.
Lots of suspension movements along the side there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that's their new release. So 12 degree, they moved the skid back. A couple other things. So probably gonna be my new C2. And my
And
Dirty
whose-
South will be
Whose
C3.
chassis is that?
UGRC.
UGRC. Okay. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
I have one here.
Yeah, I
have
went
the-
with local.
Okay.
I guess I can ask Brad. Oh,
No,
Okay.
I have not.
okay, here's
Uh,
my car wash with it's only like maybe a minute, 2 minutes of mudding, and then the rest is car wash.
I forgot share
Car
audio.
wash. Wait.
The audio up.
let's go mudding. Yeah, let's go mudding.
It's only like a minute of that.
That's a nice spot.
Yeah.
So who's driving the other truck?
My niece. My niece is driving the van. Stops right now. There it goes.
The what?
I said it stops right now. It goes to the car wash.
Oh, so you took these to the car wash. You took these to the car wash, so
Yeah.
kids could wash it.
Yeah, watch this. Guy asked me if he wanted me to put him in the tailgate.
There we go. I guess they were having a blast washing.
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. Watch, the kids will pick up the hose like they can't run over the hose. It's funny.
They got it waterproof.
There you go. Scrub. Gotta do some detailing.
See, it's like, what are you doing picking up the hose?
They put soap on it, dude. It became some clean RCs. I think it's so funny that they're putting soap on them.
Nice and clean.
Yeah, at the end, the guy goes, "You get a?" I said, "Oh, I get a blow." He goes, "Yeah." So he blew my one off.
Cool.
That's pretty creative. I like that.
I go over there, I pull over, I see the car wash, and I'm like, I said, the lady comes over and she goes, because my car was dirty. She goes, I said, "Can you wash RCs?" And she's like, "What's an RC?" And the little her little son goes, "It's a remote control, Mom, you dummy." Laughing my ass off.
That's funny.
She goes, "Sure, we can wash them."
You're lucky they're all waterproof, that you waterproof them.
Yeah, well, they're stock waterproofed. That's where the guy said, "Can we get these wet?"
JD
Look at the mud
Passel-
on them.
JD Passel is asking, is Brad finished building all of his Tamiya kit?
No, I had an injury last week and I need to put a hardened pinion in my wild one. I do not like using their pinion. They wear out and they really mess up the gears.
So Brad is taking his time.
Yes,
he wants,
Go
he
ahead,
wants
Tank.
to make sure he's got enough work to do until he retires. So that's why he's taking his time building the kit.
I'm already retired. It's just before retired.
His knee injury should have been, yeah.
I went out yesterday.
Is it any better, Brad? Feeling
Yeah,
better?
it's better. But I
That's
mean,
good.
I still get some pain, but it's better.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
Corey.
good, buddy.
How's it going?
John just left.
Good.
Hey, Keith, you know that video should probably get your most hits.
I hope so. And one of the kids is like, how many hits have you got? I said, I don't know. I got about 300 something
You're gonna find
subscribers.
out, aren't you? You better find out and tell us how many hits you got on it.
Tank should, you can see that real quick, can't you, Tank?
How many? You have 69 views so far. One day.
That's JD. They are.
A lot more on
That's going to be frustrating at the same time, but
Shorts.
that's with me.
So Truck Tech Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're building and what you're going to be doing with it?
So this is UGRC, their new design, comp crawler chassis. And
Now,
I
does
am in
that
the process.
follow the rule for Circa for the transmission angle and all that, the skid plate? Do you know?
No clue. I
Yes.
don't get much into
But-
that.
Okay.
He would know.
Class 2 doesn't have to have a restriction on the skid. It's just class 1.
Okay.
Sorry, Joe.
So, no, you're absolutely fine. I it's stuck us in here. This is the factory blank skid that you can get. I stuck it in there to kind of keep everything aligned. My current Dirty South has the regular Element Stealth X transmission, and I'm using the Artful Dodger
Hey, Jason.
LCG mount,
Okay.
but it's a lot of weight. The K&K 20% overdrive gears is metal. I put all the metal gears in it just because running Yellow Jacket, comping, a lot of torque. It's a heavy transmission. So the release of the Sendero SE, they redesigned the XF and basically integrated the transmission case into the skid.
Yep.
Which center lines both of your axle outputs at the bottom, but it puts the heaviest gear all the way down into the belly. So obviously it's not designed for it. It's designed to fit into a C-channel frame.
Okay.
So right now I'm just kind of mocking it up to where I'm only going to drill one hole
Mhm.
into the chassis, obviously, because everything's not quite lining up the way it should. So I'm going to have to drill a hole about right there
Okay.
and then modify the what do they call those going on between the sides? Skids, whatever on the outsides. I'll have
Both
to
sides.
modify them.
Chassis rails?
Yep. Yeah. Well, the outer pieces.
Skid plates on the
Rock slider?
Yeah,
the rock
rock sliders. There you go. That's the word I was thinking of. So I'll have to modify them to fit over. Obviously, I'll use this one, but I'll probably have another screw here. So I'll probably drill out the rock slider on the other side so it'll fit over that head of that bolt, and then it'll mount there. So trying to fit the G-Speed, the dual mount servo in the front. So I'm gonna have to have my buddy Josh make me some 3D printed spacers to go in between there, fill those gaps once I get the holes marked out correctly. And this is hopefully going to be my new C2 competitive rock climbing truck.
Okay.
And then my current Dirty South, I'm going to make it I'll put a set of capper axles underneath it and make it C3.
Okay. Cool.
So
So lower
It's,
center of gravity, too.
right. Yeah, that's kind of my goal. I struggle a little bit with my Dirty South running this chassis or running the Stealth X because it's a little top heavy yet, even though I've got every bit of 7 pounds of brass on the F10 axles and the rims, brass rims, and it still has a tendency to be a little bit tipsy. I think most of that is just that transmission overhanging over top of the chassis.
Are you trying to make it a better side hiller too? With the lower center of gravity, you got better side hilling.
Correct. Right now, I've got the climbing. It'll climb pretty good. But yes, the side, the off angles is what's killing me right now. It likes to roll over. So,
and you need
Plus
lower
I'm-
center of gravity to stop that.
Yep.
And some good articulation to help keep to have the axle fall further down onto the ground, so it stays kind of planted.
I've got plenty of articulation. Don't hold on a second. I'll go grab it.
You want to keep them as planted as possible, even on side hills.
So how many comp truck have you built, Brad?
No, I'm just saying, I thought you would need more articulation to make sure the wheels stay in contact even in a side hill.
Well,
Just
these
makes sense.
they've got plenty of articulation. So, and I tapered the shocks a little bit inside out.
Yep.
So that way it does help support the side hill a little bit. But it does pretty good. I'm learning too. So
Yeah, you get more articulation when the shocks are laid down. You will get a little bit more articulation, but not the problem, but the issue you're going to have right now, your body is kind of low, but it's gonna flex easier. So in other words, it will tip easier because the shocks are laid down. They're less. It takes less for it to actually extend. In other words, as if it was straight.
Yeah. Well, I've actually got a counter for that also.
Okay, good.
Josh's buddy Chucky makes elastic shock straps.
Good.
So I've been playing with tensions on it, and I've got it down pretty good. My climbing angles has increased considerably, and I haven't lost any axle movement, and it's kind of cool. I'll take the body off. Yep. I think there's what Josh is.
No, it's just trail trucks, Jason. They do have a vehicle that people tried to rock crawl, the CR01.
Do those flex? Do they have any flex on them, or is just a?
Oh yeah, they're very elastic.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So what I did is I kind of made mine kind of a two stage. So they were a little bit long. So I put a bushing or a spacer in between the shock and the chassis. So they come up and then they go around and then down. So it kind of actually, when you're watching it stretch, it kind of gives it a two stage kind of a deal. So like from the point from here to the bottom of the shock, that elastic part moves considerably with less friction.
Yep.
And then it kind of multiplies it on this side. So it really, when you watch it really close, it doesn't really start pulling on this until the last maybe millimeter or two. So
You want help with rebound.
Yeah. Well, no, not really so much for the rebound. Mostly is, when you're starting to get in your crawling angles, your shocks will come undone. And then that's when you flip over, because your body at that point takes over and takes you over backwards, and then you're done.
It also helps when you're trying to get the brake over when you're up like this. If your axle's up high, it pulls the truck over instead of the weight being down and letting it belly out on a hard angle.
Correct.
JT's here.
But,
Pulls the whole.
but they're loose enough yet too. Once your axles progress over, you still get the wrap around, so it's following the rock and essentially pulls the whole truck up and over.
Yeah, that's why I like running droop. I like running droop on mine. So
yep, I'm
no
running
shocks.
full droop on that also.
So,
but still, like I said, once you start hitting those hard angles, you could just watch those shocks let off, and that body falls, and then then you're rolling over backwards, and
That's
I
why,
really have had
even
fun with that.
a few years ago with some people, they were building their rock crawlers and they were putting 110 120 millimeter 20 millimeter shocks
Yeah.
on there. They were really putting a high lift on and say, "I look at this is a cool crawler, look how much flex I got." And I'm going, okay, but that's no good on side hilling. Oh,
Right.
okay, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. And man, were they ever doing bad. As soon as it started doing a little bit on the side, the whole body just like, but that was like 2 or 3 years ago. That's when people didn't know about comp truck and all the belly draggers and things like that. It really evolved a lot in the last few
Yeah.
years, especially for comp trucks.
Yeah, it's
Now
actually
people are-
going from that to the totally extreme, the opposite, where everybody's shoving them down and getting them as close to the ground as you possibly can.
And everybody's cutting the body, like a lot of the body off and really cutting.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy how much body they're cut off now, even the bottom.
yeah.
of the
This has been murdered about quite a bit. This is the MST J45C body, and I've cut every bit of inch off of it.
Yep.
All the way across, and then the front, no more grill, just barely enough for the sticker.
Mhm.
A lot of people make FJ bodies.
A lot of the power wagon bodies. You see a lot of those, and now the cliffhangers and the old creep bodies. You still see those quite a bit.
Yeah, there are a lot of them, yeah. Different versions.
Yeah.
Do you just have crawlers, Joe?
No, I have. I got a couple projects. I got a TF2 that I got like 2 weeks before Beat the Creek for the TF2 challenge. So I'm kind of tinkering and learning with it a little bit, and then
The
I took
TF2 is a different beast. It's a nice
it
truck.
is. Yeah.
The action on it is completely different because you're running leafs.
Mhm.
Yes, it cannot compete against a TRX4 or a belly dragger or whatever, but it is such a nice truck to see how it can perform. It's completely different. It's nice. I like it.
Well, not only that, it's challenging.
Yeah.
You know, you're determined that you're going to find a way over that rock.
Or break the
And
axle.
it's not, yeah, or break the axle or break the body because you flip it over. But I mean, it's a different feel. It's a different type of challenge, different reward, I guess you could say, by being able to take it to places like Beat the Creek. Like after doing Beat the Creek the first time, and then Rocktoberfest, and then going back the second year and taking a TF2 and going up that creek. If you'd have asked me that last year, I'd have told you it's crazy.
Mm.
But now doing it, it was a blast. Took forever, but it was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take
So,
forever because of you. You had a big group.
Yeah, yes, yeah. There was a lot of people that you could tell, just not to be rude, they don't know how to drive, not picking the lines right.
That's
I mean, yeah, you got to know the truck. You
Yeah.
got to know what it'll take. And, you know, if you come up to a rock with a 6-inch lip on it, there ain't no way in hell the thing's getting over it. So, you know, those guys are sitting there hitting it. And it's like, dude, come on, man. Reality, it ain't going to do it. Move it around or get your winch out, one of the two.
you,
But-
you know, the closest to my truck to the TF2s is the Bruiser.
Mhm.
And there with full metal chassis, leaf springs, shocks, 3-speed transmission, full metal frame. That
But,
they were that was basically the type of the TF2s are kind of similar in the setup and chassis like that.
Oh, yeah. But I
The
also
Bruiser
got
has
a,
even less.
What?
The Bruiser has even less flex though. Those leaf springs
I
don't
know,
move.
I know, but you also have the original vehicle.
The
Before
Hilux.
Bruiser.
yeah, I've also got a think it's actually considered the Gen 2 honcho, or axial honcho.
Okay.
We did a bunch of work to it, got it all. It's all trailed out and got decent upgrades to it. And then
You got to
I
share the
took
mighty.
I would, but it's actually at work.
Oh,
I took it to work to wash it off, and then because I got good compressor, my compressor at home took a poop, so I took it home or took it to work to wash it off, and then blow it off, and then WD-40, and it was the WD-40 is evaporating off of it. So maybe next time I can show it. But I took a axial base camp and then shrunk it down for the Mighty FC and put that body. There's a guy on eBay that makes 3D printed parts for that body, mounting and stuff. And then it's hauling a ECX24 that has a quad body on it. So it looks like it's hauling around a quad, but it's actually a runnable RC.
Okay, good.
and
What
then
else?
then he did a comp with it.
Oh yeah, I've comped with it. Yeah.
Man, those real life side by side are getting bigger and bigger. Like
Yeah.
I saw a 4-door side by side, and like you put that beside a car and it's almost the same length. Like there's
They cost the same now too.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that maintenance on them too.
There's a
Yeah.
shop next to my house. They
Bring your mic down. Bring your mic down.
Sorry, there's a shop at my house next to my house that builds them. You can't even get in them without a ladder. They're like 8 feet tall. Like the
Yeah.
tires are taller than me. It's like Jesus, man.
Yeah, those
Crazy.
guys are taking them to the mud pits.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new Polaris Pro R is a 4-cylinder, 225 horse, and it's 74 inches wide.
Wow.
And they're $40,000.
Crazy.
40,000.
Yeah.
That's more than a Harley.
Right.
Yep.
More than my Harley. Oh, I don't have a Harley.
I have
But I've got a, axial SCX24 and that's about it. That back in the early 2000s, I did a lot of nitro. I had a Traxxas T-Max and had a HPI RS4, did a lot of street racing. And then had a NXT, a low C NXT nitro, did a little bit of stadium racing. I got tired of the nitro maintenance. Oh
I
yeah.
have this little thing, which is a new bright body, but it's actually on a 1/18 scale buggy or short course truck. And in the front, I actually put some styrene because you could see all the way through. In the back, I haven't done it yet, but I will do it once ever I find time.
That looks good.
But
That's
this
it.
thing is fun and it's neat to drive. It used to have a window. I have no idea what happened to the window. It just fell off. But when this thing tips, it usually rolls back on its wheel. It's really neat to see it go. And 1/18, and this thing is brushless. It's got a brushless motor. Let me tell you, on 2S, even on 3S, this thing will do standing backflip. Like it's 4x4 and it's
What is that, Frank?
I can't remember the name brand, but it's all metal. Man,
That's a sharp build. It looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting. I picked this off of a friend with its trailer, so I got a trailer to put behind the TF2, and I actually did a video, and it's one of my best looking video, best viewed video for the TF2 and this thing in the back. So it's I don't take this out often enough. I should take it out more often. I probably will this year, but it's fun to see this thing go anyways.
It looks like it's got WLT shocks.
No. These are very good shocks. These are metal shocks. This thing is
So,
prime,
so, so,
like metal. Everything is
so it's
metal.
my 14 scale, one the one that Tony gave me that has metal shocks and oil filled, and they look very similar to that.
Let me find the website.
Yeah, it's
You
a
see,
pretty cool
Frank?
build. I like that. That's cool.
Mhm.
You got any videos on that?
Yeah, I do.
I'll search it up. I'd be curious to see how it runs.
Yeah, well, New Bright, people say they should make hobby bodies because they make really good scale bodies.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
basically that four-wheeler I got. So it's like a new bright toy plastic Suzuki Vincent four-wheeler on top of that 24 scale.
It's an Exceed RC.
Mm.
Ah,
Say 16 scale. Exceed RC's 1/16th, I think. Let me find the video real quick on my channel. RC. Oh,
so you don't have any buggies or anything like that, huh, Joe?
No, about the closest thing I got to a buggy is the Honcho.
The gray one or the brown one?
Mine was tan, but I've gone through and I didn't like the tan. I went through and I repainted it. And mine's orange and black.
Yeah, this is my old one. It's the original 10, not the 2, but it's the old one.
Right,
Chassis
the original.
Yeah, the original SDX 10.
And now they got it on an SDX 6. That body.
Yeah, that's pretty. That thing's fun too.
The 6 scale.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh let me borrow his buddies for we did one of the trails at Beatty Creek with it. It was a blast.
They pretty much are unstoppable, so because they're so big.
You know, I don't think I'd go that far because we found quite a few things that would stop them pretty good. They're not as bulletproof or what's the word? They have their place. I mean, there's things they won't go everywhere, but when you compare it to a 10 scale, they'll go a lot.
I'm just saying they'll go over some major rocks real easy.
Oh yeah.
so it's called the Tank RC Go Shopping. And I have, where was that again? Oh, 11,000 views on it.
Wow.
Well, guys, I'm off to pick up a new toy. See you soon.
That's a trailer that came with home build packages. I didn't have a hip, so I had to fire wrap.
Hey, let's unload this bad puppy.
Nice airtime.
That's an impressive little machine right there.
I like the tires on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd really like to tire
Right.
it on. Straight up. See how it always lands on its, it does land on the roof and all that, but it kind of tumbles, falls back on the roof. On the Doesn't take a lot to run that way. Like I was really trying to take that ramp with that bomb. Then I hit the camera.
Here comes our speed pass. Whoa! Lost the front end and lost the windshield. Running out of room. Whoa, wheelie!
That's pretty responsive for what it is.
Oh yeah,
Even got a trailer with it.
you even got a trailer with it. So now I'm gonna load it back onto the trailer, just with the truck, with the RC.
That came with a trailer too, Jay?
Yeah. Oh, missed. Don't know how to drive. Keep in mind this is a non-censored order, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah, making the excuses.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty cool.
appropriate for-
I like it.
it's a
Appropriate for
fun
Canada too, since that's a snowmobile trail.
that off.
Pretty cool.
That was a John move, doing all that.
The what?
John would be doing stuff like that.
It was fun.
What, bashing a car on a parking lot?
And doing jumps like that, like you're in a skate park.
Got to test it for stress fracture somehow.
Instead of making your own stress factor. That's what it comes down to.
That's why every time I bring one of my RCs out onto the track, I slap the wall at least once.
Yeah, you've got a lot of breaks that way.
I should take that one to the bike park where I was last time with the
Oh, that would be,
stampede.
that bike park was neat.
I got to figure out which other truck I'm going to go there. I was going to go there today with the Kyosho, but it's two-wheel drive. It doesn't jump as high or whatever as a Slash, so I don't know. We'll see. My rock ray does not jump. I don't like jumping with a rock ray. Who else has a rock ray here?
I don't have one.
No, I find they're not good jumpers. They're awesome on the rocks. Like that, it is a rock racer, and let me tell you, that thing on big rocks, and it will just hook on the rock and just bounce on the rock. It's just amazing seeing that thing go through a rock pile. It's really cool.
That's like my bomber. It does not jump. It doesn't like to, but it will go over some rocks. It will play, but it has nothing on the pile on a ramp.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what it is with the rock ray, but on a ramp, it always wants to nosedive, or yeah, it's nosedive. There's no way to keep that nose up. It just, I don't know if it's a wheelbase on it or the rotation of the wheels.
Might be just the weight distribution of it too.
Could be. Joe, you gonna look at that chassis all night?
That's half of the build.
Yeah, it's figure it out and
Yeah.
measure as many times as I can before I drill a hole.
Nope, makes sense. Measure twice and drill once. Like,
Yeah.
really think of what you're gonna do, because once you've drilled it, it's kind of hard to just change its position just by a little bit of the angle.
I
Yeah.
thought it would measure it 9 times, drill it 3 times.
Could be. I'm just trying not to get that way.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm just throwing it out there, Joe.
No, I know what you're getting at.
As soon as you think you have it right, it's still not right.
Yeah. Yeah, I already cut 2 tabs off the transmission that I shouldn't have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I figured out after the fact that I needed to move the whole thing back for the drive. It was too wide. It was hitting the spots for the links on the side, and I didn't want to cut the frame. So I moved it back 4 millimeter.
Looks like you have it sitting pretty flat in there now.
Looks like it.
Yeah,
There I am.
Yeah, I raised it up a little bit.
Right, John?
What's
If you
that?
don't know the difference between 21 and 12, what the hell is measuring for?
Sometimes at work, it's even a challenge to count to 21.
Oh, well, yeah, you work there.
Is that with or without taking your boots off?
I said 21. I said 72 and 12. See, I can't even say it right. It's supposed to be.
I don't think Joe saw the bone beetle.
Yeah. It says 72 on one side and 12 on the other.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's up there.
I just looked at the description on my video, and it does say it's a tack-on, 1/14 tack-on trailer. They still sell it, but this is the it's got to be the brushless here, brushless one, $239. That's what the truck is worth US. And mine was the white one. I still have the body for it. So basically, this is the one here, and that's what the truck looked like before I put that body on it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it
Quite a
should,
transformation.
yeah. So you can see that it's but there's the metal shocks. But for what you get for the price, this is very well built. And the ESC will take 3S. That motor will take 3S. Very short battery. But it's a nice truck. NitroRCX.com. Go visit it.
I've done business with them.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've gotten some of my Tamiya motors, I think, from him.
Parts are still available for that truck. Right now, they're out of stock for that one, I believe. Yeah, this item is currently out of stock. But it's amazing how that little car goes. Brad, you should get one.
Yeah, if I had $234.
Well, you're not bad now. You got $50. Keep that aside, and next month you have another $50.
I have to send that car, or my Terra Scorcher won't be ready to run this year.
Okay.
And now we're expecting it to run though, so be careful.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, you know, John, I'm not taking it to a skate park, so don't even go there.
Why not?
It's just
Fine, Brad. You won't
go to
take it. I will.
No, I'm not letting you take it to a skate park.
you can go to a skate park, Brad, without jumping stuff, you know.
He's gonna say, "Let me try it," and then you're gonna say, "Sure," and then he's just gonna go with it, and then come back with the rest of the pieces.
Send it to Sarge.
Yeah,
In a
send it in a
box.
bag.
Yeah, well, Sarge still hasn't finished that, done a little bit to the work of the 18th scale either yet, so. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, James. I didn't have to.
Don't even bring it back to him. Just send it to Sarge. John.
So what's Corey working on?
I am trying to put a aluminum transmission case on my AX24, but for some reason I thought it was a smart idea to buy this hobby shop brand instead of Hot Racing. And I've already got the Hot Racing in two of my other trucks. And for some reason, when I put the transmission case on the motor plate, the motor doesn't have enough room to actually move close enough to actually engage the spur gear. So I'm trying to clear some space on here to hopefully get just enough room to actually engage the. It's weird because the stock case has a very fine little notch on the case for the motor to fit, and this KYX brand.
Okay.
Ooh,
KYX is brand.
KY. I know the KY brand.
Yeah, they pretty much screwed me, you know.
oh, really?
Really, they
Part of
screwed
my
you.
fun.
Literally.
Getting interesting more and more.
Yeah, it's just I've already filed on the motor plate to try to get the motor to fit clear. So now I'm trying to clear some space and file some of the material on the transmission case to get it to fit. And I didn't think it'd be this hard. I should have spent the few extra dollars to buy Hot Racing.
Yeah.
It would have been, I would have been put it back together right now. Now I'm fiddling with it for the third or fourth time.
Wow.
Can't you just slide the spur out a little bit?
No, it's not the spur. It's the motor. If I can show you here.
Just trying to get the mesh.
There's not enough room in between this case and the motor. So I might just try to peel the sticker off and try to get that little bit of room because it's just not getting close enough to the spur. And stock, it's fine, but for some reason with this transmission case, it doesn't even touch the spur.
Oh, sorry.
So but actually, I'm going to think about doing that, pulling the sticker off now, because I could probably get more material off by taking a sticker off than I am going to be with a file on a little piece of aluminum.
That's pretty accurate when you say you have to remove the sticker because you need just that little bit to get that mesh right. That's weird.
So, Joe, I hear you live in Ohio.
Yep, I do.
I live in Berea, Ohio, which is a western suburb of Cleveland.
I'm familiar. No, I'm in the Zanesville area.
What?
Zanesville area.
Oh, yeah.
Brad used to go to the Metro Park a lot.
I go to the Metro Parks a lot, and there's 60 mile plus of park to go through. So and each one has water in it. There's not one part of the park that doesn't have water in it for the most part. So
if ever I go there, he wants me to go visit the Metro Park, but I want to go to the skate park, which he doesn't know where.
Yeah. Bring your friend to the skate park, Brad.
Yeah, Brad, you got to bring me to the skate park. John knows where they are, I think.
Go to both places.
John likes the Metro Parks, so I don't know what you're talking about.
The skate park is easier to walk, Brad.
Yeah.
I can't walk the skate park because of my knees. So
yeah, but it'd be easier than the Metro Park.
No, because I can sit down in a baseball diamond and run a car or in a parking.
Well, you can sit down on the ramp, on the skate ramp.
Right.
You just got to bring
There's
some quarters
seats at the skate park.
kids to retrieve your car when you flip it.
Yeah.
Just sneak a buggy for Walmart. They'll never know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not driving. I'm not driving. I told them what cars are going to the skate. Will go to the skate park. None of my Tamayas are ever going to go to a skate park.
TTO2 or TTO1 are awesome in the skate park.
I'm not running them there. And I don't
Grasshopper,
have those yet.
Grasshopper 2 are fun in a skate park too.
I have an Arma that I'll take there. I'll take my HBI there, my HBX there. I'll take.
Will you
that,
take a Traxxas if someone gave it to you?
I don't know about that.
You don't know. I was going to give you my Stampede, Brad.
Yeah, right. That you're going to give me your Stampede. You have nothing but problems with that thing.
That's right.
That's why he's gonna give it to you.
It might come in a box.
No, it's parts. It's parts for
Sir,
my
could
wife.
take your monster truck there.
I also have that new Bright I'll take there,
School.
which has a brushless motor in it. I have a new Bright that actually came with a brushless motor in it.
It's probably going to be fast there.
It does 23 miles an hour from what I've been told.
Damn.
In about 9 foot.
No, you've seen it run.
Oh, I'm saying 9 foot in the air.
Mhm.
I don't think you can get it to go 9 foot in the air at 23 miles an hour.
We can try.
You've
What-
never seen me in a half pipe, have you?
What is
Thank God.
this is a TTO1. This is a TTO1 at the skate park, and you don't have to go crazy. You just have to have fun.
I'm not taking my ground pounder there. The
There,
wheels
in the
fall
half
off.
pipe.
too
See,
easily.
you go up. Oh, it just slid off. But then you just slide. Then you go up. Boonch,
Yeah,
and
you
then-
don't have to go crazy, Brad.
And then you go
Yeah,
down.
Brad, I used to take my TAO1 Humvee to my Humvee out to my brother's skate park, and they had 4-foot quarter pipes, and I actually jumped the quarter pipe and get about 6 feet of air and land straight on the wheels. And only once did I crack a chassis, and that was the only time I actually broke something, because I actually cracked the chassis in half.
Oh, yeah.
Like these are fun to drift on there because it's full metal, or some skate park is different.
Mm-hmm.
But like getting good air with this and having a lot of fun. You don't have to break anything. I was kind of stuck there. Oh, I got it through. But this is the one I really like the most, is this one. When you go up and then down, it just slaps down. It was cool. You hear the thump. Should be able to hear it.
Oh, that was a little too hard. That was like a big long transfer.
Okay. So you don't have to go crazy.
Yeah, you don't have to send your stuff, man. Just drive it around.
No, because that's all John wants to do is send things, and I'm not going to have that.
Well, let
It'd
him
be just
send
my
his
luck- it'd
stuff.
be just my luck that I break something out there the first time, and I will not deal with that.
Because see, I got one here, skate park fail. That's probably going to play in that.
I'll bring my King Hauler to the skate park for you, Brad.
So
And if I break something, the check better be in the mail.
this one I was really sending it.
In the mail.
Yeah, you better send me a check. Whoa!
I was explaining things. Camera was a little close.
How'd you make it go backwards, Tank?
That was a nice transfer.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Right over the kid's head.
Yeah.
The kid looked at it. He's like, "What?"
That's more of an extreme skate park than mine. Mine is nothing. Mine's hardly anything at all.
Right there. Smallest
Where you broke it?
significant jump will get you. I just jumped. I wasn't going too fast, but just the way I landed, I threw the whole
There's
front off.
something missing.
Threw the wheel off. It came right out of there.
The bearing,
Oh.
the inner bearing actually gave out. So the wheel
Wow.
popped out. So nothing, that second bearing wasn't there, so it just popped out. So I'll just replace the bearing. And just a small little tiny jump, landed wrong on the tire, and pop, it popped out.
You see what happened when I jumped my bone beetle?
See the inner bearing gave out, and then it just popped out.
Yep.
That was just a little jump, and I broke
That's
the
why it
whole
came out.
chassis.
So I hope you guys enjoy this thing.
Fun time at the skate park. That's what happened, Brad. You jump and
You break
it broke. But basically, it's because of maintenance. I should have changed the bearings on this a long time ago, but I didn't. But I fixed it, and then I sold this truck and made a good money with it. You break it, then you fix it and sell it. Moving on.
Hey, you're just getting your money's worth out of those bearings.
Pardon me?
You're just getting the money's worth out of those bearings.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Give you a reason to replace them when one breaks.
But it would be so nice to go to the skate park with Brad and give him a Traxxas remote and just tell him, Brad, send it. It's not your car. Send it. He probably won't. He probably won't do it. Right, Brad? You won't do it. You won't send a Traxxas car full pin up in the air.
Especially after you just showed it breaking. Hell no.
It broke on a very slow. It wasn't even a high jump. It was just a slow jump coming back, and it's just the way it landed. You never know what's going to happen.
No, yeah.
I don't want to have that happen. I don't want to just put myself in a position where I'm asking for trouble.
That could happen at the baseball diamond. You know, at the pitcher's mound, when you jump over the pitcher's mound and it just lands wrong.
I usually come from it from the rear on that, so I don't go.
No, just saying. He's just saying.
Come to it from the rear,
landing,
Brad.
Any little wrong landing and something.
That's
just
what she said.
You know,
skate park is harder than the baseball diamond.
Yeah,
Look at my bone beetle, Brad. I just jumped that little jump and it broke the whole suspension. So anything could happen at any time.
Yep. It doesn't have to be at a
I'm
skate
not
park.
going to go out of my way
Anywhere.
to look at the trouble, which is going to a skate park is looking for trouble.
oh, Brad.
Psycho says, Brad, take your Jag monster truck there at the skate park.
Oh, that'd be fun.
No,
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Why not?
Or the ground pounder.
no. And the ground pounder likes to let lose its nuts on the wheel.
Wow.
Like to lose
they're
You
easy
need
to
a little
find at
lock
the skate
nut
park.
on that, Brad.
It's easy to
Yeah,
find
well,
that
good
at
luck
the
trying to
skate park.
find an 8 millimeter with a 6 millimeter hole.
Very easy.
Not with a vinyl. As far as I know, not with the vinyl or plastic.
Right. I lost that lug. I lost that nut. I went into my bag and pulled out my nut, my screw kit, and pulled the one out and put one on.
It still didn't have one of those plastic
Yeah, it did.
Oh, the nylon?
barriers. Yes.
It didn't have any nylon locker on it?
That's what
No,
that's for.
And I've Loctited them, and they still come loose.
Wow. That's
But you cannot use
Interesting.
Loctite with a nylon knot because the Loctite is going to eat.
I wouldn't use it for
Yeah.
Loctite.
Yeah.
Who you showing me your tackle box full of stuff? I have some stuff too, but I don't have an 8 millimeter with a 6 millimeter hole. They're a really odd size to go over the axle, the hub.
I don't have an 8 millimeter.
Oh.
I have a 6 millimeter, but not an 8 millimeter.
Yeah, but the exterior of it is an 8 millimeter. You need an 8 millimeter to screw it onto the threads.
Yeah, Brad. Like I said, I have them, so it doesn't matter.
It's what Vanquish uses on their
Mm-hmm.
axle.
Yeah.
Just need that low
Come on,
adapter right
Paint.
there.
I think we're gonna have fun with you at the skate park, Brad.
Oh,
the skate park.
yeah.
I already told John he needs to help me. I still need some things that I'm missing.
Definitely gonna view and share the
Meet 'em
video
at
of
the
John.
skate park, John.
John knows
John-
the type of thing
What
that
are you-
needs to go in that top of that
What are you
shop.
talking
I don't
about?
have
I'll probably set up a couple. I'll set up a freaking GoPro and just freaking go live.
John brings Brad to the skate park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Share, comment, and subscribe for more.
With handcuffs.
With handcuffs?
Yeah.
Fuzzy ones.
Fuzzy handcuffs.
Well,
yeah.
you know, that depends on them guys, but you know.
Okay, it's enough picking on Brad. He just doesn't want to go to the skate park.
Oh,
I said
Oh, man.
there's 3 vehicles that I would take to a skate park. Nothing else goes those 3. And John's going to have to live with it.
It's too bad I can't make you guys hear the well, I'd have to turn off a couple things, but the Kyosho Rampage, I took it out today, and last time I ran it at the beach, so lots of water, lots of sand, lots of everything. And when I turned it on this afternoon, I clicked the motor, it ran, and all of a sudden, like a very high pitched sound. I think my bearing is going in the motor. You know how
Yeah.
bearing, you can actually hear it sometime.
Yeah.
And
I
that was
thought
a pitch sound. I go, what the heck going on?
Does that motor have bearings or bushing?
It's a Traxxas motor. I think it does have bearings. I don't know. It's
Okay.
No, what kind of Traxxas motor?
it's the 12-turn Traxxas motor.
Oh, it's got a bushing.
It's got a bushing. Okay.
You might as well
it's probably-
spend the $26 and buy a new motor.
Yeah.
So it's I did not have any oil or anything to put on it. So I said, I'm just gonna run it this way. So I just ran it this afternoon for about 15-20 minutes. It's still okay, but it's got that high pitch sound, which I don't like. But yeah, I'll probably change the motor.
Yeah.
A town next to us just had egg-sized hail.
Wow.
Had a big storm come through.
Wonder how many people's cars are going to get damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need some more paint.
Last time I had the Reedy, which I fixed now, but this is the Reedy.
Oh, those have
Radon.
no bearings.
Yeah, but this is the 17 turn, 3 slots, 17
I
turn.
have that.
This was fast. This is fast in this car.
Yeah.
But I was running 3S, which you're not supposed to run 3S with the 17 turn. With the ESC, I was running with the 1080. It's right at the limit. So, but I did, and man,
I have that same motor. It's on my holiday buggy. It's fast.
the commutator, whatever, at the back of these things came so hot it burnt the spring off. The spring that actually pushed the commutator.
I mean, I push the brush in.
Yeah, it actually burnt out that spring. It just melted the spring and it just fell. And therefore the brush came off and I lost all power. And I thought it blew the motor, but it's just that spring that came off. So I fixed it. Now I'm debating on putting that back into that car.
Well, you've seen my holiday buggy run on the 17 turn, that same motor. It runs good. It runs real good on my holiday buggy.
Oh, it's fast. And I was running 3S, man. That thing was nuts.
I turned up the timing on mine too, and it's just I like 10 degrees, and it's amazing how fast it'll go. I miss those type of motors. They don't make them much anymore.
Oh yeah, no, they should be available to read on 17 turn.
No. I'm talking about that people aren't making those types of motors in droves like they used to.
Okay.
Where you have the end bell, you can change the timing and fix them really easy and all that type of stuff. They don't make those types of motors much anymore.
Because brushes is so much easier.
Yep.
Yeah, I find a lot of people are going to the brushless, and the brushless motor has really evolved in the last few years, in the technology and in how they actually make the motor. It has really evolved, so they're way smoother than they used to be.
Yeah,
I
especially. Good.
I remember the AVX motors back in the day. Those are the first brushless motors that they made for the hobby, and those are the ones they did speed runs with.
Yeah,
They were
but
100,000 RPM brushless motors.
yeah, but nowadays they can do more with the motors than they did back then. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Those brushless motors were real expensive then, like they still are today.
And
Well, I mean, those type of motors, the ones that are really involved.
and people have to realize if you go brushed or even brushless, motors from a company to a different company are completely different. You can
A
really
motor,
tell.
one motor from the next motor can be completely different too.
True. You buy two motors from the same company, they are not matched.
No,
They could have different speed, different things. That's why some company, when they actually had comp crawlers a while back, you had to buy a match. Holmes Hobby, I believe, is the only one that actually do that nowadays. Is you ask them for match motor. So the two motors are going to be matched exactly the same wound, exactly the same turn, exactly the same torque. And that's for the comp crawler with motor on axle. They have to match if you want to be a good comp crawler. So they're the only one that actually offers that service right now, I believe.
When
Yeah.
I used to race touring car on road 20 years ago, a lot of the courses we go to, and part of your fee to enter the touring car race was to buy the factory spec stock motor, and everyone would get them. The thing is just like you said, all the motors are different, so you would have to spend 60, 80, $100 to buy as many extra motors as you can and put them on the test bed and test each one of them to find out which one of those have the best power and use those accordingly in your race.
Yeah.
Of course, you won't want to use your fastest one your first time out, but you would still leave your fastest one for the race. And no matter what, manufacturers can try their best to make things are the same, but even the same manufacturer can't make one thing the same next one to the next.
You know, it's too bad. They used to put them in a cylinder, the motor, and they came with written specs of the motor with that motor. They used to do that all the time, and they don't do that anymore, which I wish they would
do that. I think they still do it.
They do. They do. There's some motors, Brad. Even the brushless motors. You open them up and it's written right on a tab inside the box.
Yep.
I haven't seen that, but I haven't seen that with brushed motors in a long time either.
Well, I'm just saying. I know the brushless motors. You can buy them either with the little printout, or it's written right on the box.
Well, I've seen it written on the box, but that's not for. They would tell you that particular motor is doing this particular stuff.
Yeah, that's what the numbers on the box tell you.
I just bought an RC 4-wheel drive motor that had all the ratings on it. A 55 turn.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's 11:30. I got to bounce, guys.
Yeah, we'll say our goodbyes.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Jem. You go ahead
Jem.
first and just say bye, and you can leave.
All right. Thanks for having me. Good seeing you all. I'll see you next week. And Brad, go to the skate park.
What? Go to the skate park?
That's it.
Ah, damn, he's
That's his last
already.
word. Go to the skate park. That's it.
He didn't even wait for an answer. Just boop, gone.
Well, Brad,
It's like drop the mic.
Yep.
Thanks, Brad, for inviting me. I'll go next, and we'll see you next week. Until then, go charge up some batteries, Brad, and go to the skate park and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun.
I don't have fun when I break things because then my fun stops.
Cool. Thanks. We'll still talk to you guys later. KBRC, you go next.
Keep your RCs muddy and your hamster smiling. Later.
Truck Tech Joe.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. Kind of finding my way with the group here, hopefully.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can stay afterwards too when we get off.
Yeah, don't leave, Joe. Stay after.
All right.
If you want an email sent to you automatically when we have these, send me an email at thetankrc.com at gmail.com. So thetankrc at gmail.
I think it's on the list of what Jim sent me. So
Okay, yeah. And so send me an email and I'll put you on the list with everybody. So automatically you'll get it next week.
All right. Cool.
Corey, you know, go next.
All right, everybody. Good night. Hey, Brad, go to the skate park.
No.
Oh, yeah, go to skate park, Brad. Keep your
There
hamster
you go,
smiling.
Brad. John, go ahead.
Thanks for having me. And hey, Brad, just take a look. You see this?
Your Max. That's from a skate park.
Yeah, but you know what? It's also called a cracked bulkhead.
Oh, nice.
Let's go
See,
to the
that's
skate
why I don't
park.
like that. That's why I don't like going to skate parks.
Cool. Brad, last word. Go for it.
Thanks for joining us. I'm hoping anybody who wants to come in, you know how to get hold of Frank if you want to come in the after hours. And don't forget to keep those hamsters smiling. And you can go to the skate park and I'm not. So
Oh, you will.
I hope you all be here next week and Thursday.
He's gonna go to the skate park, willing or not.
Right. Told you. Set of handcuffs in your.
So if people should write in the comments below if Brad should go to the skate park or not. So comment
They're all
like
gonna say
crazy.
yes. I
go
know they're
to
all
the
gonna say
skate
yes.
park. So hashtag go to the skate park. That's what everybody should hashtag this video. Thanks. See you later. Go to the skate park, Brad.